I'll be honest, I'm not feeling all that great at the moment, which I suppose is a good reason for it to be this instead of the Rush Duel game, because I'm not exactly up for dealing with that sort of potential insanity at the moment. I probably ate some crap that's just not that's not settling well with me. But as the title implies, we'll finally get through Vanilla Yu-Gi-Oh! And get on to GX, the last good Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. I say that with no hint of irony whatsoever. And finally get into some real deck making. And yeah, there's that nasty looking Utopia. Yugi and his friends found Joey, but it was too late. Joey's soul had been taken by the Orichalcos. What's going on here? Don't you see? Joey must have defeated Valen, and then Mai showed up. She did this to him, I'm sure of it. My voice gives me detective powers. That's true. However, there's only one person who we can really blame for all of this, and I think you know who I mean. Seto Kaiba! Don't you mean darts? That's what I said! Yugi arrives at Darts' fortress, Paradius headquarters. I feel like that's a mistranslation, honestly. Like a really bad one. And found an unconscious Mai. Mai! Say something! At least jiggle for me a little. She must have been in a duel, and it appears she lost both the duel and her soul. It's about time you showed up. This doesn't concern you, Raphael. I'm here to see darts. We totally had a duel in which I totally beat you. No, you didn't. But the game won't let us do that. Not quite, but first, why don't you take this? It's the Claw of Hermos, Joey's card. So you're the one who defeated Joey, aren't you? No, that was Mai. But then I beat her. Wasn't Mai on your side? I never liked her. And it turns out I was right all along. After she took Joey's soul, she turned on us. Biggest mistake she ever made. Yeah. I'm really sad that his Guardian cards just don't work outside of, like, Guardian Iatos. Like, it really does need that one monster that, like, is able to swap, that is able to be equipped with, the Guardian equip cards and then swap them around. I need to, hold on. Slot, there we go. I mean, they even have another specific card for them, Arsenal Summoner, that is like, you can't really use. Huh. This isn't a great start, but I do still have options. Ugh, defensive. No. No, there goes Guardian Death Scythe. That could be a problem. I need to relook at that card and make sure Aha! My own bug. Let's see. Guardian Iatos is destroyed by battle card effect. Sit to your graveyard. Special summon a card from your hand. Oh, okay. So it's of absolutely no danger while it's in the graveyard. Heh, idiot. Look, if I'm not going to attack, I'm not going to use up Dust Tornado now. Oh, hey, Rock Tech. It's alright for now. I'm not really able to do any real deck building until he's actually summoned it in attack mode. I can't really do any deck building that I want to do until I get to GX. Because then that opens up like the hero archetype, and the one I really want to get into, vampires. Right, now that I have the opportunity, Dust Tornado, take out swords. Set that. Bug! Eat of his face down monster. Ah, Guardian KS'd. Yeah, so now I'm just getting by with what the with what preset cards there were and what I've gathered along the way. So it's a bit of a basic beatdown with a little slight pendulum and elements to it. You know what? He likes equip cards so much, I should probably just give it her Fighting Spirit just for a little protection. Turn Endo. Uh-oh. He's either setting his Guardian equip cards or I'm in trouble. Aha! Well, it's time to take a peek. Yep, he's just setting the equips. Hey, you can't use Elma. That's banned. Heh, kidding. There's no such thing as the ban list in this game. Not when it comes to story duels. That'll help. Heart of the Underdog, activate. Oh, Soul Charge. I should have gotten rid of that. Oh-ho. Last line of defense, is it? Too bad that's not gonna help you. Not with the not with Lance Farincus's pendulum effect. Inflicts piercing damage. And you lose. I think, is the text box a little broken or is that just me? Oh yeah, oh yes, the ban list is not a thing. That's why the duel against that one rare hunter who uses Exodia is so dangerous, because he has 3 copies of each of the 5 parts in his deck. Hey, this seal is gone! Where'd it go? Doesn't it usually put on a big green laser show? And go like pew 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 and yeah, and it usually takes someone's soul too. Oh, someone's soul loses their soul? Yeah, I think it was just me like forgetting what they look like because I didn't look at it in great detail. Hey, there's that Guardian Yatos. I know she's powerful and easy to summon, but I forget how easy to summon. GG. Guardian Yatos. Right, no monsters in my graveyard. She's still more about using equip cards, and I really only have the one, so nah. Here we go. After defeating Raphael, Yugi finally met Darts face to face. Darts! You were expecting someone else? Well, due to the carelessness of my employees, I'm the only one left. You can't find good help these days. Look, I want my company back, so can the small talk. Is that so? Well, guess what? We all want something. As for me, I want your souls. For the last time, release our friends. That's not possible.
What do you mean?
I mean, they've already been put to use. As we speak, their wife energy supplies most of the to the most devastating creature that ever lived.
Oh, great. Now what?
My 10,000-year-old collection is almost complete. Once I get yours, my beast can wise.
Hold on, you've been collecting souls for all those years? Do you know how many lives you've destroyed?
Ha ha ha! Millions! And also thousands. Go to the shoe store for souls. Yeah. So some of these people lived in the past? Now you'll catch it on. See, he's the smart one in the cab with us. Ever since the Great Leviathan was way too west, I've been gathering the energy necessary to fuel its rebirth. Come on, you expect us to believe that junk? Ye of little faith. Just do me, and I promise I'll make you a believer out of you. For when you lose, there'll be no deny my power and the power of the Orichalcos. Please. Without those extra layers to the Orichalcos dueling strategy, he's got nothing on me. Oh, look. I already start off with the greatest plot card in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pot of Greed. I think his gimmick was just a normal monster deck, all for Orichalcos Shunaros, which isn't really that great of a monster in the first place. Not in actual practice. Oh, no! Crap. Damn it. Those things only exist to be destroyed. I can't even use Slifer with them. If that's the case, then I'll just set Gear Golem. There it is. The CEO of Orichalcos. Ouch. Ouch. I'll just have one set and ready, even though I don't plan on using it soon. You know what? Let's get a god card out, or at least get ready for it. Oh, you summoned it. Once per turn, you can select one level 4 or lower dark monster you control. Can attack your opponent directly. You can't do that though. I summon Flash Knight. And end my turn. Oh, Alexandrite Dragon. I hope I can pick that up. Slifer won't be super powerful from the field, but... I can at least have one last thing set while he charges up. And also... Wait a minute. Right, Seal of Orichalcos means I have to attack the strongest of 2 monsters on the field. But I can do that. Because I have this. Wait, no, I can't do that. Fuck. I'm not thinking. I'm out of it. I'm completely out of it. Should have attacked straight away with him. That's what I should have done. There we go. Now Slifer's putting up his protection. I gotta keep her in my hand. I've already screwed myself. I can't keep Slifer out on the field anymore. I can only block 1 attack. I do have a Twitter. It's listed on the stream starting, stream ending, all my insert pages. I can't say I'd say all that many interesting things on it. Mostly because I don't know how to. Or at least what it is people would want to hear to follow. But I do tweet out the streams as they happen. I'm sorry, Slifer, I'm not worthy of you. I'm just not. Wouldn't have happened if I had Obelisk instead. Call of the Haunted! Bring back Charcoal and Pachi! Ah, perfect! Behold, the first that was ever of the dragons! This is dangerous since First of the Dragons is can only be taken down by normal monsters, and his deck is full of them. Oh, I don't have to choose the strongest? Oh no, I just can't use target the lowest. Well, I'm not letting you get some free hits in, that's for sure. Oh, hell. Not immune from magic and traps, though. Giant red sea snake! Oh, darts! Guess who's back? Oh, wait, no, it's not even who's back. That's right, because it has to be fusion summoned. Oh, I'm so behind. Aha! A bug. A hungry bug. Heard of the very hungry caterpillar? Well, this one's hungrier. Num 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 num. Fisher? Oh, that's a big help right now. Ha! Yup, there it goes. Orichalco Shunoros. Let's see. Normal monster is destroyed. Special summon from the hand. 1000 attack for each monster I control. Face up level 4 normal. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Well, good thing I have this. Goodbye. And there goes the ace of his deck. He's all done. Dark Valkyria. It's amazing how many retrains she's had. Ah, yes, that's right. I do have something strong enough. Oh, wait, no, they're not the same level. Frick. I'm feeling so bad. I'm very hungry caterpillar 2 hunger harder. Let's see. Once while this card is faced upon the field, place 1 spell counter on it. Gains 300 attack for each spell counter. Oh no. Ah, great. Aha! Alright, see you in a bit. See you again in a bit. In Pachi. Here we go. Right, that's just target changing. But no, it has to be Castell. This is actually turning out to be something of a difficult duel. Target 1 face-up monster changes a face-down defense position. Shuffle it into the deck. Well, he's going to summon something stronger than Castell anyway, so I might as well just do the shuffle. Oh, no, not! Wait. No, it still doesn't work, damn it. Damn you, targeting. Seven colored fish. Rainbow fish, no! What about your rainbow scales? Aha! I should probably add Dark Valkyria to my deck if I get one. Oh yeah? Eat Mirror Force! Oh God, not you. Not you. I needed something defensive. That must be a Venom Cobra he's setting. Otherwise he'd be on the attack. Ancient Rules. Oh, not you again. Yep, I knew it, Venom Cobra. I can't believe he's actually trying to attack with that thing. No, not another polymerization. Ah, he's being smart. And I've just lost this duel. Restart. God, there's so many horrible misplays. I can't believe I did that. Gotta take my time with the targeting and the effects and this stuff. Just in general, be so much more careful. Set you two and summon Breaker. Oh boy, there's what I was expecting. Yeah, I'll activate Dust Tornado for now. Goodbye. Sakuretsu Armor. Basically a mini Mirror Force. I'm gonna use Slate Warrior's effect, I think, for the first time ever. Oh, Safe Zone. Oh, I see. That's clever. Yep, and this is why I want to use safe. I want to set use Slate Warrior's effect. Oh, you ass. I'm never going to be able to use Slate Warrior's effect. Eat 50 points of damage, jerk. Ooh. Fissure. Destroy the snake. I don't know how a sea snake falls into a fissure, but it does. I want to keep them to tribute for Blue Eyes, but I'm sure that if the moment he gets something that's summonable, it'll be stronger than both of them. So, I'm going to play it safe and get Cairn Gorgon out. It will at least top most whatever 1800 monster he puts out there, although it won't beat out anything like Alexandrite Dragon or Gene Warped Warwolf. Oh, he just says nothing. Yeah, just to get you to shut up and make this go faster.
You lose, Darts. Your 10,000-year quest is finally over.
It can't be. I've come too close. All I need is one more powerful soul, and the great Leviathan will arise from the depths of the earth.
Too little, too late. Our duel comes to an end. Now release the souls of my friends and everyone else you held captured.
I was under no contractual obligation to do so.
Darts failed to capture Yami Yugi's soul, but Darts merged his own soul with his Leviathan to revive the beast instead. Powered by the light of his friends, Yugi retrieved his stolen Egyptian god cards and defeated Darts and his Leviathan once and for all.
Hey, look, I guess the gods did pull through.
Told ya! That means everyone Darts captured is free!
Is it really all over?
Yup, we're safe now. Let's hit the high road, folks. I'm sure there's someone else trying to take over the world back home.
You know, the scary thing is he's probably right.
Ooh, Mage Power. That's a really good one. And now the final duel. After skipping over like two or three more arcs. Now that the Pharaoh saved the world, there was one last thing he had to do. Move on to the afterlife. Guided by Merrick, Ishizu, and Odeon, the team went to a sacred underground temple that housed the gateway to the afterlife. To open the door, the Pharaoh had to seal away the Egyptian god cards and the 7 Millennium items and have one final duel, a ritual duel against Yugi. The duel would determine whether Yugi could now stand on his own as his own man, teenager, and not need the Pharaoh's help anymore.
This is the first time in my life that I had hoped for my opponent's victory, but in order for this duel to truly test our readiness to separate, I must fight with all my strength.
Pharaoh, now that you've left the Millennium Puzzle, I can't hear your thoughts anymore, but somehow I still know what you're thinking, and I feel the same way. If you taught me anything, it's to put your heart into your deck and duel with everything you've got. You hear that, net deckers? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Absolute Crusader. He's only got one fusion. I'm not sure what it could be. Nah, there's no way I could pendulum summon with these two. Heart of the Underdog. Go, Blazing and Pachi! Ah, Queen's Knight. I like how those have gotten more support. Uh-oh. Dark Magician right off the bat. Ouch. I shall set this. I've got 2 ways to destroy monsters by monster effects. The ferret will take you down, Pharaoh.
Yes, please. I would like to draw more. Oh, yeah, now I can Pendulum Summon. Let's see, I got 2 and 7. Right. Dragonhorn Hunter, Blazing Inpachi, and Summon Skull. In attack mode. In attack mode. Oh, thanks for the follow, Cameron Ban. Cameron Bon? However it is. Attack! Oh, thank goodness. I thought he had a Mirror Force. Oh, overkill. Congratulations! Well done. Yugi, you achieved a great victory for us both. I was focusing so hard on playing the game that I forgot what winning this duel would actually mean. By defeating you, I've sent you away for good. No, you have opened the door for me. Thanks to you, my spirit can finally be at rest once again. I'll be back where I belong. Fate brought the two of us together for a reason, probably because we have the same head and hair shape. And we've fulfilled our destiny. We've protected mankind from the return of the Shadow Games, and we've both grown tremendously along the way. I'm gonna miss you. You do realize we'll never truly be apart, right? The gift of kindness you've given me and the courage I've given you will remain with us, and that will forever bind us together. Right! Now that battle ritual is complete, the Eye of Wajat that guards the door to the spirit world has awakened, and the spirit of the great pharaoh, which was trapped within the Millennium Puzzle for 5,000 years, is now free. The time has arrived. Tell the Eye of Wajat your name. I am the son of King Aknam Kanan. My name is Atem. Monster Reborn! I gotta put that in. Nowadays, I don't make a deck without it unless it's I just have better ways to do it that are within the archetype. Which means you can go. Yep. It's nice and short for for an Egyptian name. Also, I just want to gloat over later Yu-Gi-Oh expansions. Let's take a look at how many card shops we have. For vanilla Yu-Gi-Oh, we have 6. For GX, we have 6. I don't know how 5Ds has 6, but then Zexal has 5. Arc 5 has 5, and Link Evolution has 5. I like to think this is because those series are lesser. Thanks to Yugi and his friends, dueling had now become a worldwide phenomenon, although it already was. And duel academies popped up everywhere. Aspiring duelist Jaden Yugi was given the chance to enter the highly distinguished Duel Academy. But there was one catch. He must win a duel to gain entry. In his rush to get to the school, he bumped into a mysterious person that resembled a familiar figure from the past, although he would not know him. Ah, sorry. You're a duelist, aren't you? Yep, I'm going to try out at the academy. You don't say. Hey, you're... Why don't you take this? Something just tells me that it belongs with you. Wow, for real? Do-da la 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 la. Good luck. Realizing that he was late, Jaden rushed off to the academy, hoping to get there in time to qualify for entry. All right, test time. Son, what's your name? Jaden Yuki. You know, the fun thing about Velian Crowler or Chrono as he is in the sub is that at times I think he's supposed to be like Italian and just speaks amusingly weird, and it will occasionally just throw out Italian words like pasta and spaghetti. Receiving Grimo. Wow, this is worthless. It's less than worthless, my boy. Well, Jaden Yuki, I'm Dr. Villian Crowler, Department Chair of Techniques here. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Wow, a department chair. I had no idea. Can I sit on you? How do I go into those cool blue dual blazers like the one you're wearing? A lot of hard work and extremely high marks. Of course, you first have to get into Duel Academy, and I intend to make certain that won't be happening. Also, like, just for the sub, I also like how he refers to Jaden all the time. He's, drop out, boy. Well, I'm ready, so let's duel. It is getting hot in here, and the fan is on, and it is not doing all that much to help. Yeah, here we go. Now I gotta know about fusion summoning. Which is honestly a good thing that I'm not doing this the usual way, because, oh my god, I think if I remembered the previously in the non-Link Evolution version of this game, it was basically Jaden's strongest card in this duel here was Flame Wingman, because they expected me to beat, if Crowler ever got Ancient Gear Golem out, they expected me to beat it the exact same way in the anime, with Skyscraper. Whoops, come on. Also, I'm not entirely sure if I like it more or not, but the actual name of these is supposed to be Antique Gear instead of Ancient Gear. They both work, but I'm not entirely sure if I like one above the other. Yeah, make Rampart Blaster. The censored Rampart Blaster. And summon Nupsis. I mean, Nuspi. Yep, fusion recovery. And Burstinatrix. I like her uncensored version better, just because it's a wilder outfit idea. Call of the Haunted, bring back Antique Gear. Summon another. And then tribute both for Ancient Gear Golem. Antique Gear Golem. Love is like a big Ancient Gear Golem. Maybe it was that they wanted me to do it this way, or that it was just that the fusion teaching was set up this way. I can't exactly remember anymore. Because I remember other duels are like this, like Jaden's canon duel with Alexis that's coming up. The strongest card he has will be Thunder Giant, and it's like, that's really it. There we go. That's game! So I guess I passed the test, huh, Teach? Impossible! There's no way this delinquent could defeat me! I made the academy! I'm in! By defeating Dr. Crowler, Jaden was granted entry to Duel Academy. Unfortunately, Crowler was a vindictive little bitch and put him in Slifer Red.
Welcome, my students. I'm Chancellor Shepard, the headmaster here, and you are the best and brightest young duelists in the world. Now please get yourselves settled in at your assigned dorms. I think you'll find them quite comfortable, depending upon how you ranked, of course.
I don't know about you, Sai, but it looks like I'm in the Slifer Red dorm. That's cool, same with me! Hey, Bastion, you in Red too? Well, now let's see here. Yellow sleeves, yellow buttons? I don't think so. Oh, I get it. You're being sarcastic. Please don't tell me that you just figured that out now. So what? Ever think I'm colorblind? I forgot how cheesy this dialogue is, but quite frankly, I love it for it. Well, no, actually, I didn't. Are you colorblind? No, but I could have been. I could have made you look like a complete asshole. I doubt that. You're going the wrong way. Your dorm is over there. This isn't a door. It's like an outhouse with a deck.
Or a tool shed.
I mean, it is pretty, like, small and rustic. Like in some ancient life. Wow, Cyrus is already predicting, like, Season 4 twists. That's just lame. Dude, don't crap on the last arc. They broke the molds when they made the two of us. No, they didn't. What's the opposite of awesome? Unawesome. Oh, yeah, that's right. I identified with him because in the dub, they just made him a grilled cheese lover. I don't think he's like that at all in the actual... in the sub. Yeah, going over the school hierarchy. I like him. He was fun. Does Professor Banner need to pop a bitch? Alright, that's Alexis. That's the first of them. Unfortunately, she does not have the cards I want. Ooh, Amez the Infinity. I remember him being good. But is he better than anything else I have? Oh yeah, it's 7 stars, 2,500, and keeps growing stronger with each destroyed monster. Who can I get rid of? Nah, Breaker has his good points. I'd have to honestly just start taking out taking out the pendulum monsters to make room for it. And I'm not going to do that. So I'll side you. And Defender just because I can. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm absolutely able to mix from different series. I mean, look at this. I got regular Blue Eyes White Dragon with a freaking tuner right here. And then even in my side deck, I got a Synchro and 3 XYZs. There's no hard and fast rule against that. Angry that Jaden made a mockery of him, Dr. Crowler created a fake love letter from Alexis Rhodes, the jewel among Obelisk Blue's top students, and a long-standing waifu. Since the moment I first saw you, I've been in love with you. Meet me tonight behind the girls' dorm. Endearingly, Alexis Rhodes. Dr. Crowler planned to expel Jaden by getting a photo of him trespassing in the girls' dorm and doing a reaction shot joke. I just referenced a bridge series. Win your freedom by beating me in a duel right now. If you turn us in, we'll be expelled! Don't worry, Sai, I won't let that happen. Now let's duel, Alexis! Oh, I see. Sylvan Cherub Sprout. Those weren't its eyes, those were horns. And here I thought it was had like a French mustache or something on it. I really ought to be careful of Blade Skater, her boss monster, because that's gotten a lot better in a couple years, or at least with the retrains of it. Well, not exactly retrains, but basically how the effects are defined. It can be dangerous depending on how many monsters I have out. But if I just overwhelm her, she probably shouldn't be able... Oh, wait, no, she'd probably have... Yeah. No, that's Etoile Cyber. No, she'd probably have a Cyber Gymnast, which would be trouble. Ah, Magic Hole Golem. Right. Not a card that you would normally see in her, in, like, anime-accurate decks. Mostly because she didn't use it. Alright. Give me 2 cards, Shard. I'll need to break on through to the other side. So I'll get Scarred Warrior out. Broke that hole of hers. And Dirty Joke not found. Oh, yep, there it goes. Cyber Gymnast, just as I suspected. Oh, and there's Cyber Tutu. Rare gold. Hold on. Hold it. Hold it. Opponent cannot attack other monsters other than the... I'm sorry, you gave that to Cyber Tutu. You basically gave Ring of Magnetism to Cyber Tutu? You idiot! Should have waited for something stronger. Let's see what I got here. Nah, neither of these cards are worth doing it for. But, no. Well, now that I think about it, it does give her Protect Cyber Gymnast so she can use its effect again. In which case... Goodbye. Flash Knight! Go! I call her an idiot and then realize the strength of her strategy. Oh, what's she doing? Mind on air? Oh. Is she doing... Did she summon... is that in her deck just because it looks like a woman? Anyway, what'd I get? Oh, another Flash Knight. Anyway, it's not a good card. Oh, double passe. Just hurt a little. Just basically turned my attack into a direct attack, and she got to direct attack back. Excusez-moi? Ah, yes, right. Okay, that was the other effect of passe. Yeah, let's just do with this, because I'm getting tired of not remembering what my cards look like. Yep, Heart of the Underdog. More cards, please. Ah, that's a shame. Well, time to get the big guy out. The Summoned Skull. I could have used that. Oh well. Duel's over. Looks like that is game. A deal's a deal. I won, so we get off free. That phrasing needed to be addressed.
Okay, guys, we'll keep quiet about what happened tonight. Jaden beat me fair and square, and that's all there is to it.
Nah, there's more to it than that. It was a close match. You got game.
Great bacon sandwich.
No, there was nothing to add. This scenery's a little too soon, I think. Jaden and his friends Cyrus and Chumley were wandering the school grounds when they came across an old abandoned dorm that was supposedly haunted. To their surprise, Alexis was also there. Alexis, what are you doing here?
That's funny. I was about to ask you guys the very same thing.
We heard about the dorm and wanted to check it out.
Well, that's not very intelligent. Don't you know that kids have a way of disappearing around here?
Remember, kids, you too can get away with trespassing if you're good enough at children's card games. Aw, that's just suburban myth.
No, it's not. I have personal trauma associated with this.
If Alexis's brother really disappeared, then the rumors are just rumors. I say we go back, Jaden. Yeah, I say we go in. What? Oh, wait up.
I hope Jaden knows what he's doing.
I don't. And then she gets grabbed by a big burly man in a trench coat. When Jaden and his friends entered the dorm to investigate, Alexis was captured by Titan, a notorious hitman hired by Dr. Crowler to kick Jaden out of the academy. Again, I'm thinking back to an abridged series. I'm going to call you Susan! Titan trapped Alexis in a coffin, using her as bait to goad Jaden into a duel. Hand over Alexis right now or you'll be sorry.
No way, the only way I'll free her is if you beat me at a shadow game.
Ugh, they put in the veins a little too early, I think. I'm not afraid of dueling you, but shadow games don't exist.
The others didn't believe in the shadow games either, but they were soon convinced. For you see, when you lose in a shadow game, you don't just pay with your life points, you pay with your soul.
So you're the one behind all those disappearances.
No? What? What other disappearances?
She's mine forever. That didn't sound creepy. Oh wait, his veins are gone! Now, if I remember correctly, this guy was simply an old school chess archfiend user. And about the strongest card they have is Infernal Queen Archfiend, which is a really late edition. No, wait, nope, not that Infernal Queen. The Unchained Infernal Queen? I forget the exact name. Ah! Gain life points equal to half of the total life points you paid during your last turn. Targeted by the effect of a card controlled by your opponent. Wait, how did it gain attack points? Oh, I see. As long as this card remains on the field during each standby phase, increase the attack of one Archfiend you control by 1,000 until the end phase. Okay. And I'm not letting you get away with this. Goodbye. Ooh, checkmate. Oh no, Archfiend's Roar. It's a shame, all these old Archfiend cards. Like, I really kind of like the look of them, but they're just not usable. Not in comparison to like the more recent Archfiends, which are more built around banishing the graveyard and being the same level as the summoned skull. Yep, like Archfiend Eris right there. What did I activate? Yes, Dust Tornado. No. That adds any Archfiend card. Back to the hand. I need to get that queen off the field so she could stop boosting. Oh, here it comes. Pandemonium. Now he no longer has to pay the costs of those Archfiends. Now come on, let me use Slate Warrior's effect. I want to make this weird buff thingy more buff. Oh no, not the Emperor. Oh, that's highly dangerous. But if he uses it, if he summons it how I think he might, it won't hurt so bad. Haha! Lanferincus. Lanceferincus. How handy. Anyway, Slate Warrior, flip and be powered. Time to do some piercing. Dark Bishop, gone. Slate Warrior was a perfect fit for that. No! Jaden was able to defeat Titan and free Alexis from her coffin. Where am I? What are you doing here? Hold on, what kind of a thank you is that? We're here because we had to find the bad guy, win the duel, and rescue the damsel in distress. Oh yeah, that strange man snatched me, didn't he? Yeah, that's right, we found your card, and this. A picture of my brother? This is the first trace of him I've seen in a long time. I brought it to let you know that we want to help you find him. After all, we can't have you getting locked up in any more tombs searching for him all by yourself. You really were worried about me, weren't you? This will not develop into any meaningful relationship. Ah, there he is! Now that Bastion's unlocked, I can finally start getting those vampires. Wow, really? 2 Lair of Darkness cards? The same thing? Nuts. I swear he was the vampires. I know he was. What the heck is this? Never seen this before. Gains 1,000 attack and defense. If it is attacked, after damage... Oh, if it attacks. Well, that's an interesting way to stall. How weird. How very strange. Ah, yeah, Visor Shock. This isn't right. I know he's got to have some vampires in here, even some of the more common ones. Ah, there it is. There's one. Shadow Vampire. Not one I really like or have used all that much since the new ones came out, but it is a vampire. Ah, yes, there it is. Vampire's Domain. Now we're getting somewhere. Vampire Lady. Another vampire. Oh, Cyberstein. Oh, a banned card I could so easily cheat with. It did. That dinosaur did look derpy as hell, but I think that was the point. Vampire Grace, there we go. Yeah, vampires. One of my, basically my favorite zombie archetype. I probably shouldn't spend too much time on this. Vampire Sucker, there we go. Convulsion of Nature, one of the most useless cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! As long as it remains face up on the field, both players must turn their decks upside down and continue. The funkiest thing I've ever seen. A Vampiric Koala. What used to be known as Vampire Koala, but they had to change that so it wouldn't get lumped in with the vampire cards. Oh, Darkest Diabolos. What was this again? Ah, yeah, right. Hold on. This seems like it would work really bizarrely well for a Monarch deck, really. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that you call them drop bears. Let's see, Demotion, Hyena. Vampire Duke, another one. It's like they're garlic. Vegemite behind your ears. Vampire Hunter. Can you hear the music? Because I can. Oh, that's an interesting one. How does this one work again? I don't plan on making a frog deck, but I just don't remember seeing what this one looked like. Oh, I see. But anyway, again, not part of the actual vampire archetype because he's a warrior, not a zombie. Ah, enough with the Dark World and the dinosaurs. Just give me more vampires. Oh, hey, Dralago. Ooh, Grapha. The boss of the Dark World. Ah, Vampire Grimsun! And Book of Life. I'll get it down to 45,000. Vampire Sorcerer, perfect. And then get back to the dueling. I'll probably do some more card packing in my off time. Vampire Red Baron. Oh yeah, that's totally coming. Ew, I hate you, Totally Awesome. You wretched, wretched monster. Vampire Dragon, not bad. Vampire Genesis, one I don't play. But I may have to. If I get Vampire Lord. Nope. What's this here? Face up monster on the field, loses attack equal to its defense on this turn. That's interesting. I wonder why the Element Sabers are in here. That's another Vampire Genesis, but I'd rather have... Oh, whoops, I've gone past what I said I would. And Shadow Tamer. Basically treated like an Archfiend. Well, that's a decent enough start, I suppose, but I will need more. Cyrus thought that he was not strong enough to duel, so he left a note for Jaden telling him that he was leaving the academy. After finding the note, Jaden and Chumley frantically searched for Cyrus and his brother Zane. Zane was not surprised that Cyrus was giving up. So that's Zane, the school's top duelist. You dropping out? Well, yeah, kinda. It's about time. You're his big brother. How can you say that? Because I know him. I bet you think you do, but guess what? You don't. And I'm gonna prove it right now. Let's duel. Duel a Slifer? Sure, why not? After all, sucks to be you. I like the Cyber Dragon deck I've made in Ignis. Works really well. I don't think I'll ever get it to be like this because it's missing some very vital and very recent Cyber support cards. Ah, there's my new Monster Reborn. I don't think Jaden even has a card strong enough to face up against Cyber End Dragon. Not that I'm using it, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I'm not attacking because that's probably Clayman. Oh, Thunder Giant, here we go. Yeah, Thunder Giant gets an animation. Right, that was the gimmick of Thunder Giant's effect. He has to actually see the attack points. So, this bug is gonna go eaten. Its evil here counterpart is a lot better. Bye! Should probably get some Jaden packs to probably see what sort of hero cards I can get out of that too. Oh wait, I don't even have them yet. Anyway. Transcendent Wings and Mirror Force. I knew it was a good idea to do that. Go, Flash Knight! Not all that much he can do. And now for the Summoned Skull. Summoning Summoned Skull. No, summoning Skull, Summoned Skull, Summoned Skull. Oh, Rottweiler. But why would he put Thunder Giant back? I would think he'd want something from his... something he could summon right away. Ugh. Ninken Dog. I destroy his dog, I summon a new dog. And the duel is over. This is why it's hard to duel with our early E-heroes. So, Zane, what do you think? I think Cyrus chose good friends, Alexis. Your brother's got mad skills. Well, at least I got the looks. Come on, let's go home and work on our decks. Yeah, there's Mudball Man. Really no use to him, because he's just a defensive wall. Dr. Crowler was still looking for someone that could defeat Jaden Yuki in a duel. He thought that he found his answer in Bastion Masawa, a mathematic genius who calculated his duels to an exact formula. Please, Bastion's got nothing on Show Me Namiimoto when it comes to numbers. Later in class, a fellow blue student told Chaz Princeton that he can no longer sit in the obelisk blue section. Chaz would now have to sit with the raw yellow losers instead. Are you paraphrasing what they said, infinite? Or are you just thinking that the raw yellow people are losers as well? This is all wrong. Wrong. Chaz doesn't belong over there with those losers. Dr. Crawler, tell everyone this is a mistake. Tell them Chaz belongs up here.
But you don't. You haven't since you lost that one duel to... Oh, who was it now? Ah, yes, I remember. Jade and Yuki. The one duel that isn't in this game. Which is why you will duel Bastion Misawa tomorrow. And if you lose to him as well, you two will switch dorms.
You mean I'd become a raw yellow duelist?
I think I spit on the screen a little.
Yes, very good. Now if you could only duel as well as you listen.
The next morning, a school staff member told Jaden that there were a larger number of cards floating in the water off the docks. Alexis went to clean them.
And Force Raider!
Bastion, these are all of your cards. It's my own fault. This deck was in my desk, and I moved my desk to the hallway yesterday when we were painting. Someone must have taken it then.
Who would do something like this?
Someone who doesn't want you to advance to Obelisk Blue, that's who. I do not remember this plot point at all. Your deck is totally ruined. Oh man, what in the world are you going to do now, Bastion? Your promotion exam is in less than an hour. Less than an hour later.
Bastion, you've made it, and I see you've brought some friends.
Chaz hopes you duel better than the company you keep.
Wait a sec, Chaz is your test opponent? Bastion, then he must have been the one who tossed your cards.
Pardon?
Chaz doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, Dr. Crowler, Chaz didn't do a thing.
Is that so? I saw you, Chaz, this morning by the water. You dumped them in and ran off. I normally wouldn't snitch. But you don't mess with someone's deck. That's the only way you don't get stitches.
Aw, come on. Who's to say Chaz wasn't throwing away Chaz's own cards? Chaz guesses Bastion and Chaz just had similar decks, that's all.
Oh, liar!
No one calls Chaz a liar, and no one calls Chaz a thief.
Nobody called him a thief.
Fine, then you're not. Let's just have our duel.
Yeah, I really don't remember this. I've only went over choice duels in GX history along with season 4 a while ago, and it's I don't remember the early stuff like this at all. I don't even remember what he's using. Because if we're past the point where he's using things like the Chthonian Soldier, then I've got no clue. Command Knight. Is he still using the Chthonian Soldier? Whoa, what was that? Ah, Master of the Flaming Dragon Swords. Oh. Ah, he's using a warrior power deck, I see. See, monster's normal summon to your side of the field. You can increase that monster's level by 1, and this card gains 300 attack until the end phase. Well, that's not going to help you all that much. A fissure. Oh, there's the goes. Ouch. Face-up monster you control is destroyed. Destroy one face-up monster in the field that has the lowest attack, and inflict damage to both players equal to half of it. Yep. Chaz is being difficult. But I'll be able to beat him. Whoa, Ultimate Baseball Kid? Okay, I see. It's more like a Warrior Fire deck. Send it back to the hand, Gale Lizard. And just to make sure I stay on top, Cairn Gorgon. That's probably the same master set face down. Set this. And Flash Knight, you will go out. Yep, that was it. Uh-oh, Chthonian Blast again. Well, there, you go. Nah, I don't feel like taking his monster. Ooh, setting them all face down for once, huh? What are you planning, eh? Fire Trooper. Yeah, I'll take his master. Yep. Done. A well-played duel, Chaz, but not well enough. Pure luck! You drew a lucky card and stumbled into the win, that's all! Perhaps, but luck favors the prepared, and I was prepared to beat you with a half-dozen other cards as well. Sorry, you would have lost one way or the another. Chaz, you stole, you lied, you cheated, and you lost. You deserve to be demoted. No, this can't be! Douchebag! Oh, booster pack. Ah, there's the Infernal Incinerator. Chancellor Shepard, the Chief Administrator of Duel Academy, called Jaden, Bastion, Alexis, Chaz, Dr. Crowler, Professor Banner, and Zane to his office. He wanted to warn them about the Shadow Riders and the power of the 3 Sacred Beast cards. In other words, the Egyptian god knockoffs. 3 sacred what cards?
Sacred Beast cards. Due to their immense power and their colossal might, they were hidden here at the Academy. You see, this academy was built in part to protect the Sacred Beast cards. They were buried deep underground, their power sealed safely away. Legend says if these cards ever see the light of day, terrible things will happen. Our world will be no more.
No more?
That's what I said. No more.
The Wicked Ones?
That's right, 7 duelists known as the Shadow Riders who covet these cards.
I have heard of the Shadow Riders. They are no joke. You must be careful.
Okay, so how do we protect these cards?
By protecting the 7 spirit gates. To get to the cards, one must unlock these gates. And to unlock them, one must gain the 7 keys for the 7 gates. 7 brides for 7 brothers. That is how we will protect those cards, by protecting the keys.
Demotions. Demotions for all.
And here they are, one for each of you to guard.
Wait, that's a Tetris.
Oh no, they've all been eliminated. The keys are no more. We're safe.
Children, this is an important responsibility for me as well. We hold the keys. Won't that make us targets?
It's true. With these keys, the Shadow Riders will seek you out.
Seek us out? You mean take us out?
Only in a duel. Fortunately, for our side, the keys can't simply be stolen. An ancient edict commands the keys must be won in a duel.
And I don't see how that still stops anyone from just yoinking them. Wear a dumb green jumpsuit and train with weights on your legs.
And so I've called on our school's 7 best to take up this challenge and fight the good fight.
I'll try to unlock the 8th gate, though. That'll kill you. Later that evening, Jaden and Alexis were transported to a volcano where they encountered the first Shadow Rider. You'll never guess who it was.
Where are we?
In one very weird dream.
Or nightmare.
It's neither. What's going on? You mean you don't know? Well, call me a slow learner. And don't call me Shirley. Call me Night Shroud. I'll be the one taking that key you have around your neck. Wow, you guys don't waste much time, do ya? I'll get that key, and I'll get it now, baby. Oh, and just to make sure of that, I brought friends. No, what's that mean?
Say hello to Cyrus and Chumley. Looks like they're in hot water, bro. Or maybe I should say hot molten lava. Ha! I'm a comedic genius. But then such is the nature of a shadow game, Keykeeper.
A shadow game? Listen, just duel me, but let them go.
I don't think so, bro. I need them to ensure a speedy match. After all, that protection orb they're in, let's just say it's not exactly built to last. Oh, and I'm afraid that there's more. Also, at stake is your soul, which will be sealed in this card when you lose. Of course, if I lose, then my soul will be sealed. But hey, let's be honest with ourselves. Me? Lose? No way. Now then, shall we, bro?
You can't agree to this. Tell that to Cyrus and Chumley. He can't agree to this.
Burp.
Besides, it's not like this is my first shadow game. I'm just hoping it doesn't hurt as bad as the others. Okay, pal, you want a duel? You got it. Let's throw down. Get your game on. Oh, that reminds me. I need to say something the next time I need to set a card. And this guy is basically what brought in like a new age of Red Eyes Black Dragon support. At least for a little bit. Oh, already got one. Oh, and he's gonna bring it out. The Red Eyes Black Dragon. Oh, jeez. That's gonna hurt. Oh, come on. 2 in a row? You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, whereas Blue Eyes basically became a super powerhouse, Red Eyes deck sort of took a divergent path and became more about burning. I know. Let's weaken it a little bit. Nah. Actually, yes, because even if Slate Warrior does weaken it, it still won't be strong, weak enough for Flash Knight to take out. Oh wait, I have Fighting Spirit. Never mind. It's not like Slate Warrior would be stronger than Red Eyes. It would just match it. Summon Flash Knight. And equip it with Fighting Spirit. Gains 300 attack points per monster you control. How do you like that, bro? Doesn't matter if they're face up or face down, they're gonna hurt. Which reminds me, I gotta throw down a face down. Oh, Mirage Dragon. That's gonna be no help to him here. Nah. 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 Yeah. Activating my trap card, Call of the Haunted, to bring back my Slate Warrior. My tongue is acting up. Ah, Troop Dragon. Annoying little wall. Cheeky, cheeky. Yes.
Yes, Blue Eyes!
But no, not yet. I could still use that Fighting Spirit. Yeah, I got no more Troop Dragons. That was the third. Yes, please. Tribute Slate Warrior and Charcoal and Pachi. For Blue Ice White the Dragon. Got ourselves a specialized Dragonoff. Oh, you're gonna hurt now. Uh-oh. I think that means he's ready for another Red Eyes. Yep, he is. Oh, wait. What's he doing now? Oh, Darkness Dragon. Unfortunately, I win. Oh, not quite. Still 200 shy. I'm just getting myself a big hand. A really big hand. Jeebus. You know what? I'm gonna have to make room. In 2 ways. Goodbye. You're useless to me. Aha! There we go. No damage from normal... Battle damage from normal monsters I control. Come on, Night Shroud. Fall for it. Yes, you did. I'm gonna keep a drawing. I'm just gonna flex on him. Summon Skull, if you would, please. Ah, Red Eyes Wyvern. Too bad. And Blue Eyes beats Red Eyes. That's game! Sigh Chumley. Jaden collapsed to the ground as everyone else that is supposed to be was transported outside of the volcano. We're alive! Brrr. He did it! Jaden did it! It's, yeah! But where is Jaden? Brrr. Jaden! Wake up! He's not moving! Come on, Jay! Saw he's fine. Tired maybe, but who could blame him? Brrr. Yep. Alexis! It can't be! It's him! I never would have guessed! Even though his hairstyle is exactly the same! Hey, Wingbeat of Giant Dragon. Cool. Ah, here we are, facing against the real vampire lady. The second Shadow Rider, Kamula, defeated Dr. Crowler and Zane, taking both their spirit keys and trapping their souls into dolls. Why did they change it to Kamula instead when Carmilla, I think, is like her sub-name and just works better? It was up to Jaden to put an end to her madness. Alright, Kamula, I'm here for my friend's souls, and I'm not leaving till I get them. Truth be told, dear, you're not leaving here ever again. Not a single one of you are. Kamula, get your game on, and I mean on high. 'Cause when someone duels my pals and turns their souls into some dolls, it puts me in a bad mood. Yay! Spooky. I'll probably get Vampire Genesis from her, if not Vampire Lord. I am the real master of vampires here, not her. Oh, look at that. Flash Knight and Fighting Spirit again. But nah, I shall simply set this instead. Making a nice surprise. No. 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 Ah, Vampire Kingdom. That's another one I need. Foolish Burial. Good start. Uh-oh. Wait, who's she calling out first? Ah, yes. Lord, just as I thought. Wait a minute. This will put us at even. His Vampire Kingdom's effect gives zombie monsters 500 attack points during damage calculation only, which is very nice because there's a card you can activate that allows a zombie monster with 2,000 or less to attack directly, but when they do attack, their attack points become over 2,000. So you basically do more damage on a technicality. It's a strategy I don't employ though. Back to the hand, Lord. Oh, Vampire Baby. What used to be called Red Moon Baby. This is a little bit of a problem. I don't have anything to summon. And she's gonna make him a vampire again. Look at him. He grew all up. Spell cards, right. What do I send to the graveyard? Ancient Rules. Oh, great. Right. That other effect, which basically allows her to pick apart the field. Give me something good. You failed me. Utterly failed me. Now what? Oh, it's another Lord. Goodbye, Lords. Prep the bug. Bug prepped. Oh, that's right. It comes back after being destroyed by card effect. Damn it. Well, I can still at least stop the damage from happening by targeting the other Vampire Lord. Orinatan! Draw! I've still got nothing. The best I'll be able to do is just knock off a few points of damage. Oh, right, that was another effect. Damn it. Wow, this deck is not working so well. Uh-oh. Oh no, what is she summoning? Oh, Vamp. But she did it at the wrong time. Actually, you know what? I've lost this. Come on, you could do better than that. Ah, come on. You're killing me here. This is starting to look very familiar. I won't destroy it this time, but I will redirect the damage. That should have been 2,500. Oh, it's that attack declaration, I think. Oh, ferret, no. I can make my ferret last, at least. Yeah, during damage calculation, no matter who fights. Uh-oh, Ryukaki. Oh, wait, that's good, though. Ryukaki just auto-destroys warriors and spellcasters. It doesn't have any reviving effects. Ha! You made a big mistake, Kamula. Alright, Breaker, let's take down the kingdom. There we go. Much better. You're only making the ferret stronger. So he will be the one to take a look. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, it just adds to her hand. She's already lost this duel. This deck needs more work, but I don't know what to build it into. Jaden defeated Kamula, freeing Zane and Dr. Crowler's souls from her dolls. That's game! At last, the nightmare's finally over! This one, at least, Kamula was just the second of the Shadow Riders, and that means more are on the way. Well, at least I got Vamp. That's a great addition to my vampires. Time to get some more. See if I can. Double evolution pill? No. There's another vampire grace. Oh yeah, I forgot that there were two different elephant statues. What was this again? Draw a dark monster. You can reveal any number of them, send them to the graveyard, then draw one more. Alright. That's not good. Ah, Crimson Knight Vampire Brahm. That's something. Ah, and there's Vampire Lord. I'd have thought that, like, Vampire Familiar and, Vampire Brood would have been a lot easier to get. I'd have figured they were common. Vampire Domination. One of my favorite trap cards. I think I just acquired Dark Triceratops as well. Another Vampire Duke. Ags the Poomer. We play 2 Beast Warrior types from the graveyard. Alright, discard 1 Beast Warrior to double the card attacks until the end phase, or attack your opponent directly. Ah, Scarlet Scourge. A wonderful addition. Vampire Lady. Infinite Impermanence. One of the most meta trap cards there is. Yeah, Bloodsucker. And another one. It's not exactly a vampire card, but until I get more, it might as well do. Right, I think I'll at least get... I'll at least start working on the outline of my vampire deck. Vampire Servant. There, that'll be the deck name. Dude, what am I doing? Oh, sorting. Damn it. Card frame, that'll do. Okay, so. Trunk to trunk. Allure of Darkness, no, not really into that. Now, let's put in what vampire cards I can. Oh, that was them. Vampire Domain, Sucker, Scarlet Scourge, Red Baron, Domination. One. Oh! Hey, I had a Vampire Familiar this whole time. How handy. Grimson, Brace. I'm just gonna get rid of you because I don't like you. Oh wait, I already had a dragon. Don't need more. Yeah, that's a bit of a... That's about all I can do for a start. Just need to put in Crimson Knight, Braum. And that'll do it for now. Back to GX. With 2 Spirit Gates already open, the Shadow Rider Tanya defeated Bastion and gained possession of his Spirit Key. After losing his duel to Tanya, Bastion became infatuated with her and wanted a rematch to prove that he was worthy of her. Can't you take a hint? I already dumped you, don't you remember? I wonder how many people out there want to have her crush their head with her thighs. He wants a rematch. He can't have one, but you seem quite brave. Let me tell you, she's a lot more adorable in the sub than she is in the dub. I do, but I'm here for my friend. He already lost. I duel you, or there's no duel. I never back down from a challenge. I'll do it for Bastion. You know the rules. If you lose this duel, you lose your Spirit Key and single status, meaning you move here to this battle arena with me and become my husband forevermore. Yeah, I know. I still find her cute anyway. Like this is just like, who would say no to this? A lot of the internet would not. I'm sure of that. Chaz sure hopes that Jaden knows what he's doing. I sure do, because I don't understand what marriage means. Tanya's probably the most lost waifu of GX that actually has a name, other than the 2 friends that Alexis hangs with. Anyway, Amazonas time. They're a lot of fun to use. Especially when they got their super support. And basically got that one card that lets them auto-banish at the start of a battle. Uh-oh. Attack swap. That's partly why I like them. They're just able to swap attack points like that with the right card. And set. And then, of course, there's just the fact that, like, you got Fighter here, which takes no damage from battle, and then Amazon, a Sword Woman that just hurts you, your opponent, no matter what. Like what she just did now. I'll keep my charcoal and summon the blazing. It's a double Inpachi field. Ouch. Alright, Lance Varincus. How about you start letting me do some piercing damage? With the Summoned Skull. Yeah, he's the only one in there, isn't he? Yes, he is. To do less damage to myself, you will attack the Swordswoman. And you will attack the face down. Ah, Scouts. It's just card effect protection. If I opened up some My Packs, I'd probably get some Amazonas cards. I'm pretty sure that's where they come from. Why is it so hot in here? It's probably not because of her. Let's do some damage. Oh, Amazonas Archer. A now banned card. Not entirely sure why. That old its old strategy of just using Scapegoat and its effect twice just doesn't seem to do as effective as it used to be. What's she bringing? Oh, an archer again? Just so I can deal maximum damage. Horobino Basto Stream! I guess that's game. Let me know if you ever want a rematch. No rematch. I joined the Shadow Riders to find a duelist who would be worthy to be my husband. But I discovered I am not worthy to be with someone as strong as you. Farewell, Bastion. Well then, I guess that this is it. Boy, Bastion, you sure know how to pick 'em. Yeah. Don't worry, buddy. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Yeah, but there's only one tiger woman, and that's her. Yep, older Amazonas cards. Nothing new. I want to take a look at my deck real quick. I want to see if there's something I can do about it. Let's take a look at... Hold on. There we go. Related cards. Let's see. Looks like it's mostly... Yeah, let's see. Now let's try Flashlight instead. Let's see, mostly about it being light, and not at all about it being in normal, and not about it being a pendulum. It's a shame. I was kind of hoping I might be able to get this deck to be a little more pendy. Because that's a deck style I've always wanted to try, like a normal monster pendulum deck. And I guess that's not going to happen. Yep, nothing related here. At least, not that I'm thinking of. Oh well. Alexis tended to her brother in the infirmary. A mysterious voice suddenly filled her head, saying she could save her brother under one condition: that she beat him in a duel. It was the voice of Titan. Thought to be lost to the Shadow Realm, he had returned as one of the Shadow Riders.
Alright, so if we duel, and if I win, you restore my brother's memories. That's the deal.
Your end of it at least, but if I win, I get something too. Your spirit key and your soul to take back with me to the Shadow Realm.
See, now the veins on his face work.
When you and I first met up, I was but a charlatan of the shadows. However, since being taken in by them, I am now the real deal, an authentic Shadow Rider. Let us begin.
Is he still gonna stick to the Archfiends? Because I don't think what he used in as a Shadow Rider is available. Sure you are, bro. Yeah. Heart of the Underdog. And Pot of Greed. Not bad. Go forth, Charcoal Impachi. I mean, Blazing Impachi. Yeah, you'll be Charcoal soon enough. With how many Impachis there are, I'm surprised there isn't... Yep, he's sticking with the regular ones. Wait, Synthesis Spell? Wait, he's making Lycanthrope? That I did not see coming. Inflicts damage to your opponent. Inflict 200 damage for each normal monster in your graveyard. Now that's a card that's more suited to my deck than it is his. Lycanthrope. Would not have seen that coming. No, stop it. Back to the hand. Bring back. Bring back. Bring back. Oh, bring back my Impachi to me. To me. Yes, please. The ferret returns. Terror King. Yep, that's basically the boss of the old chess archfiends. What the? Death's Counterblow. Ooh. If I can't get rid of that, there will be problems. Ninken Dog, go. And end my turn. Tribute Ninken for Summon Skull. Advanced Ritual Art. Oh, Lycanthrope in defense. Take a look at the face down. Oh, it's Desrook. Oh, I should have used Strike Slash. Damn it. Next turn. No need to pay. Ah! Oh, there's my answer. Goodbye. Stick with it. Don't forget which buttons are which. Fighting Spirit to summon Skull. Activate Strike Slash. 700 attacks and piercing. Attack points. Yeah, only just 2 hours, huh? Heart of the Underdog. No. No. Stop asking. Duel should be over. Oh ho! Archfiend's Roar. Oh. Oh. Skull Archfiend of Lightning. Just to summon Skull Retrain. Yep. Not even any better than the summon Skull. It's a beat stick with unreliable protection and just a cost to it.
No, not again!
No. Atticus!
Lexi!
Addy, welcome back!
Thanks, Lex, for everything.
Wait, so there are so many unanswered questions, like how you ended up in the Shadow Realm? Titan said you did it for the power.
That unfortunately only gets covered in Season 4, I think.
Instead, we found hundreds of those little shadow fiends. I couldn't escape. I was brought to the Shadow Realm. They brainwashed me for months until I became this thing called Night Shroud.
By who? Who was it that brainwashed you?
I never did figure that out. However, the person who called me to take the duel test was Professor Banner.
Our Professor Banner? So he's in on it? Hey, now I can work on getting the Crystal Beasts if I wanted to. The final Shadow Rider, Amnael, appeared and took Chaz, Alexis, and Professor Banner's spirit keys. Amnael was now after Jaden Yuki and the final key. While searching for Amnael, Jaden and his friends were led to the abandoned dorm. Exploring the dorm, they discovered a mysterious cave with a large coffin in the corner. Pushing aside the cover revealed the mummified remains of Professor Banner. But to their greater surprise, Amnael emerged from the shadows and removed his mask to reveal that he was also Professor Banner in disguise. Two Professor Banners? Talk about deja vu. That's not deja vu. If you're you, then who's that mummy?
Do not call me Banner. I am Amnael, your greatest foe. To get any of your friends back, you'll have to beat me.
Yes, this is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
And if you cannot defeat me, you will be joining them, all of you.
Come on, Professor, snap out of it.
It's best that you forget the one you knew as Banner. He is no more.
What do you mean, no more?
To understand everything, you must do just one thing, and that is to duel and defeat me, Jaden. Only then will the truth be revealed. Only then will the secrets be unlocked.
Or I'll just spoil it right now. That is a homunculus that holds Banner's soul, and Banner was actually an ancient alchemist guy who just lived throughout the ages through his homunculus here. But his homunculus started breaking down right now, which is basically the reason why it has all those veins and whatnot. I think he was hoping to use the 3 sacred beasts to either restore his body or just stabilize the homunculus. It was either of the two. I can't exactly remember.
Will you accept this challenge? Will you face me?
Of course I'll face you. Let's throw down. Throw down with the beat down. Alright, let's start with the plot device card, Pot of Greed. And I'll take a defensive start with Gear Golem in defense. His strategy in the anime was really convoluted banishing that ultimately led to Helios, the primordial sun. I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to be here. Or at least I don't remember at all. But that Ninkan dog tells me absolutely nothing. Blazing and Pachi, go! Nope, can't pendulum summon. Anyway, Breaker, go! And use your effect to take out the face down. Ah, Grand Convergence. That could have been devastating. Yep, there it is. Helios, the primordial sun. Kind of shapely for a celestial body, isn't it? You know what? I think it's about time I finally use it. Lance Pharynchus, you finally get to hit the field as a monster. Seven-colored fish. Yeah, it's just a normal high-power deck at the moment. Great Angus! $50 shy. Oh, Aqua Spirit. Change the battle position of one of their face-up monster cards. Well, you chose the wrong one. Though, quite frankly, you would have lost either way.
The mummy is me. My body was ravaged by a curse, and I knew that I had to be done. What had to be done? I used alchemy to create a new body, and I placed my soul inside of it. See? But it is only a matter of time before this body is a pile of dust in the wind. Professor Banner! Jaden, listen carefully to me, my boy. Everything I did was to test you, and to prepare you for the real evil to come. That is why I became a Shadow Rider. Not to take over the world, but to try stop the one who is truly trying to. You had to become a better duelist so that you could face him and hopefully defeat him. The threat is so grave that I had to deceive you. I hope that you can forgive me.
He's gone, but then his soul gets swallowed up by his cat, Pharaoh, who, in the sub, shows his balls a lot.
Okay, but when aren't we really?
No, this is different. Banner gave his life to prepare us for this evil that's coming. I just hope we're ready because whatever we're about to face is going to be unlike anything we've ever faced before. Yep, Elemental Absorber, Cat of Ill Omen, and Helios Trismegistus. The true leader of the Shadow Riders revealed himself as Kagemaru, the superintendent and founder of Duel Academy. He challenged Jaden to a duel, hoping to use his Sacred Beast cards to take over the world.
I built this school, and now I've returned for my Sacred Beast cards.
What?
I am Kagemaru, master of the Shadow Games. It was I who first sealed the cards here. It was I who gave Shepard the 7 keys, and it is I who was nearly naked in a tank.
Yeah, it doesn't show the rest of this, but Kagemaru basically showed up in what was basically a walking Bacta tank that was able to duel.
But those keys are worthless to unlock this...
Illuminati Morrow. I don't know, maybe.
To unlock the spirit gates, all that's required is dueling energy.
And it's not even at the weirdest part yet, Rock.
Energy that you expended trying to protect those keys. That is why I arranged for all the best duelists in the world to come here. I hoped year after year, class after class, that a student would arise with enough dueling spirit to unlock the power of the cards. My Shadow Riders were sent to test you, and only one passed. One with the potential to finally unlock the Sacred Beast and give me the strength to rule the world. My opponent will be Jaden Yuki.
Excuse me, what?
You have proven to be the only duelist with the power to unlock the Sacred Beast cards, and if you refuse, I will see to it that this island and everyone on it sinks to the depths of the ocean deep.
You can't!
I can do anything with these Sacred Beast cards. Let this shadow game begin.
Yeah, basically once he gets the three, one of the three out, he de-ages, buffs up, breaks out of his tank, and keeps dueling in the nearly nude. Yeah, that's a pretty appropriate response to it. This could be hard. I mean, he's not going to have the modern support that the Sacred Beasts have, but oh, Jeebus Cripes, what is my hand? But if he gets even one of them on the field, it will be a big uphill battle. Alright, I got something to work with. What was Infinity Dark again? Gemini, but when it declares an attack... Ah, change the battle position. Oh boy, what is this? We're all becoming fiends? Oh, I get it. This is to help with him summon Raviel easier. Well, thankfully, I don't really care all that much about types in this deck. Herculean Power. Uh-oh. That's a free special summon for a level 4 or lower Gemini. Like Shadow Delver. Why would you activate the effect to attack? Oh, Messenger of Peace. That's a problem. Great. Most of my monsters are above the 1500 threshold. Although, I can still do a little cheeky chicanery with Gear Golem here. Gear Golem, attack! This will at least cost him 100 life points every turn.
And I know the computer's not smart enough to know when to turn it off. Oh, Fiend Sanctuary. Let's see. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken. Aha! Here we go. Goodbye, messenger. And let's resume with my usual strategy. Although this is going to hurt. Well, again with the DNA surgery? Come on. Oh, right. He needs continuous trap cards as well. Would have been nice to have drawn something else like Harpy's Feather Duster. I'll just keep going as I'm going. You seriously not going to activate any of them? They've got to be face-down traps. Does he not have the, He must not have it in his hand yet. In that case, I don't see why I should stay on the defensive. Time to make Karen Gorgon. The Anti-Luminescent Knight. Yeah, I get the feeling he doesn't have any of the three, and I'm pretty sure he'd be playing each of them at 3. Uh-oh. Well, now he's able to summon at least one of them. Uh-oh, here it comes. Yep, Uriah. Which one was that again? Ah, Magic Cylinder. Let's see. Targets exactly one card on the field. You can detach one material. Target another card that would be an appropriate target. You know what? Let's do that. Discard Inpachi to target Strike Slash. And now that you attack, you foolishly activate my Rush recklessly. Swamp Mirrorer. Oh, right. It's still a trap. A continuous trap at that. Heart of the Underdog, please. Oh, yes, please, more. More cards. More. Give them all to me. Wow, I really am getting them all. There we go. All right. So, set Lance Farincus. And summon Blazing Inpachi. Do some piercing damage. And end the duel. Alright, not that bad.
Impossible! The sacred beast cannot be defeated!
What the? Are you okay? What's that, Sonny? Where's my soup?
The funny thing about these is when they when he summoned the sacred beast, there were shots around the world of like other people's cards looking like they were losing their skin, and just monster cards just becoming skin, losing their skin, becoming bones, and then vanishing off the card art. And one of the shots happened to be in Grandpa's game shop. Also, I would like to take this moment to remind everyone that Yugi does have a mom that can be seen in the sub-anime. For whatever reason, the dub just decided to scrub her out completely. Yeah, I guess, but don't you see, old-timer? Stealing power from something or someone isn't any way to feel alive again. You gotta find the strength in yourself.
You say that so easily. I can't even walk on my own anymore.
Hey, there's Raviel. Chumley entered Industrial Illusion's card design contest and won, but since he hadn't passed his exam yet, Dr. Crowler only agreed to give him a recommendation if he passed his exam.
Chumley hasn't passed his exams! Now what kind of a school would we be to send Pegasus some flunky? If Chumley can beat me in a duel, then I'll let him go. But if he loses, he will be expelled immediately. Don't you be nervous, this duel will simply affect the rest of your life. Well, are you waiting for an invitation?
Ma'at. The monster made of the 7 Millennium items and no frickin' way to use well. Requiring on some sort of bizarre dragon spellcaster deck. And guessing the cards on the top of your deck. Ooh! Wow, I can already Pendulum Summon right out the gate. And it'll be Breaker. No, Dark Breaker that comes out. Awesome. Activate. Shard of Greed. Let's see. Yeah. Lance Farincus. And Foucault's Cannon. Pendulum Summon. Flash Knight and Breaker, the Dark Magical Warrior. Attack. And attack. I'll set this. And then use his effect to destroy that face down. Ooh, Beast Soul Swap. Flash Knight, go! Ah, Sea Koala. No, I'm not using Foucault's Cannon. Attack again, and inflict some piercing damage. The Kangaroo Champ! I don't think I've ever seen that card before, actually. Huh. Tree Otter. So much for my night. But whatever. Now I draw. Just gonna set you. Wait a minute. Oh, I could have still Pendulum Summoned. That's right. No. It was asking me to... Oh, it's asking me to use... Oh, Dust Tornado. Yeah, I can do that. I thought it was asking me to use Breaker, but it's like, no, I can't do that yet. Nope.
Ooh, the big march of animals. That would not have helped him in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, it's time to bring back Flash Knight. Wait. Oh, right, and bring out a Blazing Genpachi, I guess. Pendulum summoning used to be a lot more insufferable when I could summon it to any area of the field rather than the extra monster zone. Well, anyway, time to do some piercing damage. Tree Otter again.
Stop that crying. It's true that you have lost this duel, but losing doesn't always mean failing.
Huh?
This duel was not to win or lose, but to prove your ability.
Huh?
For the talent you displayed today, how could I ever fail you?
Seriously, Chrono sub comes across as a lot nicer and actually attached to his students than the dub. Reaction shot!
You're graduating. Farewell and congratulations, Chumley.
Now I can start getting some hero cards. Although, I think my any hero deck I make won't be as great. It's going to be great unless I can get Sunriser, but I don't know if it's in this game. Super Poly. Well, there's the masked heroes at the very least. Ah, Hamon, Lord of Striking Thunder. Yeah, I can definitely get the masked heroes at the very least, which I'll probably need for the Yubel duel. Neos! Awesome. I should hope that Neos Fusion is at least in this game. Right, some of the better E-Hero fusions, in that they're a little easier to make. Dreadmaster, nice. Yeah, there's Lightning Golem, the better version. What was this again? Oh yeah, right. That's all that does. Expecto Bubble. Hey, there's Dread Decimator. Not bad. A pretty decent addition to any hero deck. Necroshade, good. Sheesh, Dark Gaia isn't even that rare? Come on. Neos Knight, not really a great Neos card. Nebula Neos, that's a good one. I'm not getting a lot of the base heroes. Ah, Vision Hero Trinity. Now that's a really good one. I bet if I do some reverse duels, I'll probably get more of the basic E-Heroes. Yeah, Dark Summoning Beast. That's about the best that the three sacred beasts had in terms of support. And it's a 5-star. Hey, Yubel! Why am I getting something like Night Lizard in here? Come on. Contrast Hero Chaos! Awesome! Electrum. Nice. Cool. Hero Flash. Yeah, and I'm getting all those Dark Gods. There's Raviel again. Temperance. The support. Oh, there's a basic hero. Sparkman. Again, what is something like Midnight Fiend doing in here? Come on. Solid Soldier. Excellent. Memory Crusher. Now that's interesting. But not usable. D-Hero Dunker, yeah. And the Mole. Oh wait, Fallen Paradise? Oh, that must mean they do have the support for them. Yeah, it even talks about Armatile the Chaos Phantom. Well, that's not all that helpful. I'll get a smattering of Yugi and Kaiba cards. See if that helps at all. Ooh! Wow. What a start. Aw, look at the cute berry magician girl. Whoa, Exod. Oh, Waking the Dragon, that is such a cheap card. Hey, Blue Eyes Ultimate, look at that. Let's see, Ruryoku, what was this again? Ah, that's right. Unfortunately, I still only have the one Blue Eyes. Thunder Dragon Duo. Not much help to build up my decks. That's a shame. That's a real shame. Not big Dark Magician support, not big Blue Eyes support either. Once again, Zane Truesdale proved to be the highest scoring duelist at Duel Academy, to no one's surprise. Having the top rank, he had the right to choose his opponent for the graduation duel. Congrats, Zane! You've done it again! You've gotten the highest scores in the school! And you know what that means. You win the honor of being the headliner in Duel Academy's prestigious graduation match. Why, thanks. And tradition dictates that you get to pick whoever you want as your opponent. So who will it be, Zane? Who will I duel? The only one worthy. It's time to give Jaden his rematch. It was soon time for the graduation match. Jaden looks serious. That's gotta be a first. I wonder if he's nervous. He ought to be. All right, Zane, I guess may the best duelist win. Enough small talk. Let's do this. I ought to use the story deck one of these days. But no. Give myself a real challenge, but sometimes these decks really just aren't built well at all, especially when it's Jaden. I did a reverse duel once, I think, where it was Zane versus of this one specifically. Completely wrecked Jaden with nothing but a Cyber Twin Dragon. Set and set. Cyber Dragon dry. No. Oh, rush recklessly, you say? Well, aren't you cheeky? Breaker, I summon you! Attack! Ah, crap. I knew I should have done something about it, but I thought I could destroy him and then just... Yeah. Negate a spell effect that targets the monster. Well, it doesn't negate a trap effect! Haha! What? Damage polarizer. Ow! He was so prepared for that. That bitch. Well, I bet you won't expect this bug. Different dimension capsule. What's he removing? Future fusion? No. Bug, destroy it! Cyber repair plant. He's got himself a cyber dragon. Uh-oh. I am in trouble. If I destroy the capsule, I'm pretty sure he won't get it. But that seems like a petty thing to waste Feather Duster on. So, I'm just gonna go with Flash Knight. Because Gale Lizard would be absolutely redundant to use. Sakuretsu Armor! Oh, there goes Dragon Core. Oh, come on. I could still beat this. With Karen Gorgon. Just so long as he doesn't have an Honest somewhere in his deck. But then again, that's a fairy. That's something he wouldn't use. Even if it is light and helps support. It's not as big a support as it would be some other machine. No, not Foucault's Cannon. Just go and attack. I guess he didn't add Future Fusion. Cyber Kieran. The only way to alleviate 8 power bonds. Oh, right. It could have been power bonds. Only way to alleviate power bonds downside. It seems like he's not drawing any of the regular Cyber Dragons. Or at least his third, which I think it is. Nah, wouldn't be enough. Yep, knew it. I'd be 200 shy of a win. Top mark duelist my ass. Wow, Zane, you really are great. I'm gonna miss ya. And you, Jaden. And that's why I'm passing you the torch. Once I leave here, you'll be the top student at this school, except in grades. Yeah, despite your grades or your rank, you'll be the best.
Hey, there's the Cyber End Dragon. Look at that. Ah, here's where the D heroes enter the scene. As soon as the summer was over, it was the start of Jaden's second year at Duel Academy, with one big change. Chancellor Shepard was called away for unknown reasons, so Dr. Crowler served as the acting chancellor.
Astra Phoenix! Not only is this superstar the top-ranked duelist in the entire world,
Kaiba somewhere coughs.
he's joined the freshman class of our very school. With a celebrity under my tutelage, I'll be famous. After all, everyone on Earth knows Astra Phoenix.
Dr. Crowler didn't realize that Aster already arrived on the island much earlier, so Crowler was left waiting at the docks. Bye, Rock.
This doesn't make any sense. He's a no-show.
After Aster covertly took care of some business on the island, he returned to the big city to continue dueling professionally. Aster prepared for his duel with the hottest pro duelist on this circuit, Zane Truesdale. Before the duel, Aster met with his agent, Sartorius Kumar.
What's up?
Fun fact, in the Sartorius, or Sayo, as his name really is voiced by Dio Brando himself, Takehito Koyasu. And he even says, "The world."
Arcana Force 21, Zawarudo!
But not with the same enthusiasm that he says, "The stand, the world." And this was actually, he actually voiced this before part 3 was redone.
Yes, the cards do predict victory. However, Zane is merely one step towards your true destiny.
Any chance you're going to tell me what my destiny might be?
No, but you shall find out in due time. Until then, you must put your complete faith in me. After your battle with Zane, you will return to Duel Academy, where you will challenge Jaden Yuki to a duel. But first things first, your public awaits.
Yeah, I've got a big night ahead. After Aster defeated Zane, he announced his next opponent would be Jaden Yuki. Oh, thank goodness. The dub had it horribly where he said, "I'm not going to say who, but his name rhymes with Schmade and Schmooky." And it was just horrible. Time to loosen your tie, roll up your sleeves, and get your game on. Please, I won't even break a sweat. You're going down, man. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's do this. Please, against a Dreadmaster deck? Easy. Ugh. I hate Gradles. Wretched little things. Oh, wait, no. I'm going to be him. I wish I'd know ahead of... Oh, right. Pfft, the silhouettes tell me ahead of time. Stupid me. Set gear Golem and end turn. Oops, Sparkman. You gonna get hurt. Seven and 2. Awesome. Right, so Lance Farincus and Foucault's Cannon. Pendulum Summon Blazing Inpachi and Slate Warrior. Inpachi, take a look at the face down. Oh, of course, it's Clayman. Why wouldn't it be? No, not... Why would you auto-target to Clayman? Yep, and here comes Thunder Giant. Oh, tossed Necro Shade for it. That's smart. Activate Shard of Greed. Set Maneater Bug. And change Slate Warrior to defense mode. Oh, you're taking my Inpachi? You ass. Oh, that's actually kind of clever. But not clever enough. Set my lizard. Poly again? Dang it, I was planning on using Gale Lizard to send Inpachi back to my hand so we could use him again. It looks like I've got a bigger target to use it for. Back to the extra deck. Alright, give me something, come on. Fire Ferret will do. Oh, wait. I could have Pendulum summoned. Damn it! Oh, here he goes again, but this time by banishing. He's really putting it all on Thunder Giant. Which, now that I look at him, makes me think of Buzz Lightyear, for whatever reason. Anyway, time to Pendulum Summon. Summon Skull and Dragonhorn Hunter. That's 1, that's 2, and 3. And I'm not summoning Slifer because I don't have the cards in my hand for Slifer to be powerful. Hey, he sends a Necro Shade. How smart. Ah, too bad. Sorry, Slifer. I'm still annoyed that the God cards don't get their own summon animations. Your dueling skills may not be half bad. However, there's something that you'll never have. Purpose. A reason to duel besides having fun. What else is there? The reason I duel is to bring justice to the world by punishing people who think they're above the law while wearing Destiny Hero costumes. Come again? I'm guessing you need an explanation. My father was a duelist too. He worked as a card designer for Maximilian Pegasus. He put his heart into every design he created. He was my hero. What happened? Some punk took him away. Actually, he was killed, and there was actually blood left on some of the cards. The last one he made being Destiny Hero Plasma, or Blood D. That's right, my father created the Destiny Heroes. They were the last cards he ever made. My father taught me that justice will always prevail, but he was wrong. Justice is a lie. They still haven't found my dad, and whoever took him away is still out there.
I duel to bring lawbreakers to justice, and in honor of my father, I use the very cards he created to punish these evildoers. Basically, if the elemental heroes represented Superman, and the Destiny heroes are pretty much Batman. And someday, I'm gonna find the scum that kidnapped my father and make him pay for what he did. I'll know him as soon as I see him because he'll have a rare card. Destiny hero, Plasma. Hey, look at that! Flame Wingman. Alright, here I think is going to be easy for me to use the little anime deck. Cyrus and Jaden watch Cyrus's brother Zane mercilessly defeat another pro duelist on TV. My brother just hasn't been himself, and I can't stand to see him like this. He does seem to be angrier these days, but I think the whole bad guy thing is just an act. Ever since Zane changed his image, he's gotten way more popular. I guess, but it's still hard to watch. After his duel, Zane received a letter that read, Truesdale, meet me at the top of the world. Zane climbed a tall mountain to a secluded dojo where a familiar face waited for him.
Hello, Master. I should have known I'd find you here. I hope you didn't call me here to lecture me because I don't have time for nonsense. You know why I called you here, Truesdale. Are you sure you want to go through with this? Of course. Now get your game on. You kids are still using that phrase, right? You must realize I can play a card you know all too well, my Cyber End Dragon. I'm well aware of your dragon's power, Truesdale. I'm the one who gave it to you, remember? Well, allow me to remind you about the way it was. You are the one and only heir to an ancient birthright called the Cyber Legacy. This is what I find stupid about these dueling styles. Where it's just like, oh, you learned a specific way to draw, to play. It was like, no, you just got an archetype. It's like, it's not a specific way to play. And it's like, this is, and the Cyber Legacy at this point is basically just the Cyber Dragons and the Cyber Dark. Which, honestly, I made a pretty fun deck out of, the Cyber Dark. There once existed a group of cards that came to be known as the Deck of the Underworld, but it's been locked away, and with good reason. It contains a dangerous force. Spare me the stories. I want those cards. Never! Also, I don't see how exactly Shepard was the master of this cyber style of dueling when his best card is Cyber Ogre number 2. Oh, that's what that at the top of Kepler is. It's a head. Yeah, that's his fusion deck right there. It's just Cyber Dragon number. It's just Cyber Ogre number 2, which is a fusion of 2 Cyber Ogres. What did he throw away? Ah, the Earth Hex Sealed Fusion. Because that would replace the Cyber, a Cyber Ogre. Oh, come on, really? Barrier Dragon? Are you kidding me? Oh, whatever. Future Fusion. And Cyber Dragon Dry. No. No reason to do so. He doesn't have the Synchro Cyber Dragon cards. That's kind of dickish, don't you think? Oh, here he goes. Yep, Cyber Ogre, Cyber Ogre, Cyber Ogre 2. It attacks, it gains attack equal to half the attack of the attack target. Cyber End Dragon. Off they go.
Next turn, it'll come out. Which means I have to hold on until then. So, Cyber Summon Blaster. And use Cyber Repair Plant. Both. So shuffle that back into the deck. And the add from the deck to my hand will be... I guess try. Now I'll summon Cyber Dragon Core. Really? Cyber Repair Plan is my only option? Alright then. In that case, I'll just use Creature Swap. Oh. That's right, I don't have a choice with Creature Swap. Damn it. And here I thought I'd actually be able to do something. Just gonna have it out and activated. Oh, Conscription. Fusion Conscription. That's his third and final Cyber Ogre. And here it comes. Cyber End Dragon. I'm surprised there's no animation for it. Anyway, let's see. Photon Generator Unit. Tribute 2 Cyber Dragons. Special and summon a Cyber Laser from anywhere. Let's see. Put you back in the deck. And add you. Yeah, I'll set. And summon Dry. No. Alright, and take out the Cyber Ogre. By Road Sacrifice. Alright, special summon a Cyber Ogre, okay. Well, that's a turn ended. Hey, looks like I'm going to be able to do it. There's the Laser Dragon. So, summon Proto Cyber Dragon. And now, use Photon Generator Unit to summon the Laser Dragon. Wait, is this the only Laser Dragon I have? Yep, hand deck or graveyard. That's the only Laser Dragon. Let's see. Destroy a 1 monster with attack or defense equal to or higher than the attack of this card. I think the only monster it would end up destroying would be Cyber End Dragon. Anyway, Laser! And that's the end of that.
Well,
what do you know? The Underworld deck.
Truesdale, hold on. Take this with you.
A medal?
Want to know where I've been all these months? Traveling to schools and duelist leagues in the 4 corners of the earth. Know why? Because I'm organizing the ultimate tournament.
Again, somewhere. Kaiba coughs. Because nothing beats the KC Grand Prix.
And what am I holding?
Your ticket. No one can enter my tournament without one of my medals. Truesdale, it'd be in your best interest to join. I suggest you do. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm not giving up on you, Truesdale. If I can't bring you back, maybe your friends can.
Yep, and all I got out of that were some lousy cyber ogres. This city's cold and empty. No one's around to stop me. Ooh, I'm blinded by the light. After Aster defeated Jaden, Sartorius traveled to Duel Academy in order to assess the school students. While on the island, Sartorius came across Chaz Princeton. I am known as Sartorius. I've traveled quite a ways to meet you. Yeah? And why'd you want to meet Chaz? Simple. I could use someone like you, you tool. Tell you what, I have an idea. Why don't you show me what you've got? Perhaps I'll sign you on as my client. I manage professional duelists. Ever hear of Aster Phoenix? You manage him? Indeed. Now let's see if you're ready for the pros. Chaz was defeated, and Sartorius took over Chaz's mind using the magical powers of the mysterious Light of Destruction. Sartorius also forced Chaz to join the sinister Society of Light organization. Later on, Dr. Crowler was shocked to learn that Chancellor Shepard had returned to announce a new tournament.
Thanks for keeping my seat warm while I've been away, Crowler, but now I'm back, and there's important business to discuss.
What can I do to assist you, sir?
Gather all the students. I have an important announcement to make, and it affects everyone. It's going to change our lives.
The newly returned Chancellor Shepard addressed the entire student body.
First of all, it's good to be back. I have a special gift to offer all of you.
A gift? Man, it's good to have Shepard back.
I give you the GX Dueling Tournament, a competition for the next generation of master duelists. It's like nothing you've ever experienced before. And it starts right now. Duelists from around the globe will converge here. Students and professionals are welcome. When the dust settles and only one duelist remains, he will be known as the world's greatest. Again, Kaiba. Excuse me.
That's me! I'll beat all the pros! Chaz took advantage of the tournament in order to challenge Jaden to a rematch. However, Jaden was late to their duel because he was busy searching for Chaz's old jacket, his most favorite thing in the world. Jaden hoped to use the jacket to break Chaz's mind control. The jacket he's currently wearing because they didn't bother to put in his Society of Light outfit. What's your problem? Did you forget or just chicken out? Actually, I was going through your old stuff and lost track of time. I found your old jacket and thought you might like to try it on again. Put that away. Chaz knows what you're trying to do and it won't work. Chaz won't go back to the way I was, douchebag. The old Chaz doesn't exist anymore. Chaz has seen the light. But if that's true, then why does part of Chaz still want to wear the jacket? If you change your mind, I'll leave it right here for you, Chaz. Fine, Chaz will use it to wipe the mess once Chaz beats you. Let's duel. Now, I'm not using a hybrid hero Ojama deck. There's no way I'm doing that. There's no universe in the where that deck works well at all. It's a shame none of the White Knight cards have become true because I kind of like those. They could be cool. Instead, I think he's just using like a regular warrior deck. I don't know. I think it might just be a light deck. What are you doing? Impachi is 50 points stronger. Oh. Should have seen that coming. But that's why I have this. Let's see. What is it about Scarred Warrior? Yeah, it can survive battle destruction once. That'll be good enough. It'll be enough to survive one other honest mistake. Alright, Shard, give me some good things. Hey, Breaker, that's a very good thing. No. No. Uh-uh. White dust on? It's a fiend. Yeah, he's just using a light deck. For whatever good that'll do him. White Tiger Summoner. Uh-oh. Big Bang Shot! Oh, that's not good. But I can get rid of it. No, no setting. Hold on, what's going on here? All monsters you control gain 100 attack and defense. Oh, okay. Anyway, Magic Cylinder. No. 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 This'll be easy. Breaker. Destroy the summoner. And Scarred Warrior will take out the dragon. Ho ho ho! You think that'll stop me? You're funny, Chaz. Scarred Warrior, take out the face down. Oh, White Ninja. Good thing he couldn't do anything. Oh, here we go with the swords again. But that's what I have Breaker for. And let's get Lance Farinkus on the field as a monster for the second time in the entirety I've had him as in my deck. Ooh, Light Effigy. Wonder what he had. I would need it. Funny thing about those effigies is that there's a wind effigy, which is made for a like 7 or higher wind normal monster, but no such monster exists. Shine Knight. Level 4 while in face-up defense position. Must be from the Synchro era. It just doesn't seem right winning that duel. Chaz wasn't really himself, so the duel doesn't count. Chaz has been through enough already. You know, being Chaz and all. Because being Chaz is suffering. I wonder, could I win with tunes? I'll go to shot. Dr. Crowler and Vice Chancellor Bonaparte waltzed into Chancellor Shepard's office bragging about their victories in the GX tournament. You see all these GX medals? Proof that I'm superior to you in every way. Oh, please. Someone who can't even reach the elevator buttons is superior to me. No. That was low, Crowler. No, what's low is you. Low to the ground, that is.
What did I do to deserve these two buffoons?
Look, Shrimp, at least I didn't win mine from freshmen. I know, that's because they'd beat you. Your last medal came from a 4-year-old. He was 5!
He has to defend himself like that. Oh my god, you're so pathetic.
That's enough. Settle this on your own time, which you'll have plenty of because I want you out and don't come back.
We've just been fired. Well, off to the unemployment line. This is just like the fall of Napoleon, the end of a glorious era.
Yoo-hoo! Mr. President, what brings you here? Is everything all right? Did somebody make another copy of Ra? Actually, that's what I'm here to find out. Chancellor Shepard called me, and it sounded quite urgent.
It's Maximilian, president of Industrial Illusions and creator of Duel Monsters. Perhaps they're hiring. I hear his company's health benefits are très magnifique. You've got to hire us. No job is too small. We'll even answer your phones for Pete's sake.
I have procedures for these things. Now out of my way.
You don't understand. We're desperate men, Pegasus.
Yes, that much is obvious. Now I suggest you fill out an application. For the last time, let me go.
Never. Not until you give us jobs.
Alright, fine. You're both hired.
Oh, happy day. Merci beaucoup.
Hold on. You must first prove yourself by defeating me.
I'll give it a shot. See what the tunes can do. The Volcanics. The first deck I ever made on Dueling Book. Well, Dueling Network. Oh yeah, this is a lot of modern tune stuff. I like it. Tune table of contents. Perfect. Let's see, Shadow Tune. Tune Kingdom! Excellent! I should have taken a better look to see what my ace was, but it's probably Tune Ancient Gear Golem. Right. Activate Tune Kingdom. I lost Tune Mermaid, Goblin Attack Force, and Gemini Elf. Fine with me. Now then, set you and summon Goblin Attack Force. Can't attack, so end turn. It's about to get zany up in here. Here's a real swell bout. Whoa, Ancient Gear Golem right off the bat. But guess what? Tune Briefcase! Once again, Tune Table of Contents. Now, who do I want? Let's see. I got Masked Sorcerer, Dark Magician Girl. She's basically useless. Ancient Gear Golem, very good. Alligator, no. Shadow Tune. Cannon Soldier. Cyber Dragon. Barrel Dragon. A little less than I thought it would be, but... Barrel Dragon. And now I'll use a little cheating strategy. Tune Mermaid, as with all the older tunes, can only be special summoned. Which leaves me free to normal summon Barrel Dragon. Now pop off those pop guns and see what can be destroyed. Tails. Tails. Nope, nothing's getting destroyed. Oh wait, those were heads? I thought there would be tails. But yeah, that was definitely a good thing for me to get rid of. Still, can't attack on the turn it's summoned, so end phase. Hey, there's the Gear Golem. I should probably gotten that instead. Let's see, what was this again? Special summon an Ancient Gear monster from hand, deck, or graveyard. Right. Well, let's pop off once more.
Tails, heads, and tails. Well, I was expecting that, but anyway, since you don't have a Toon monster, I can attack him directly. And with Toon rollback, he'll attack twice. Go, Barrel Dragon! Pop him with your pea shooters. And end turn. Oh, he's doing it again, is he? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Ancient Gear Fist. Toon Kingdom, save him! I lost Mimicat for that. Well, I'll summon Toon Alligator. Which is not a Toon. And activate Comic Hand! Your Ancient Gear Golem is mine! And once more, Barrel Dragon. Heads. Heads! Now Toons are the only fun in town. And now his Ancient Gear Golem is treated as a Toon as well. So, Ancient Gear Golem, attack directly. I didn't expect him to have the Gadgiltron Dragon, though. Ha! Nice and easy. Working at Industrial Illusions isn't about dueling. It's about dedication, working together, and never giving up. Do you mean we don't have to go on unemployment?
There you are, Pegasus.
Sorry, Chancellor, I got a bit hung up.
Hung up with what? What on earth is going on?
Alright, they didn't even introduce him.
Well, since you decided to fire Crowler and Bonaparte, they were dueling against Pegasus for a new job with him.
How could you, sir? And without a 2 weeks' notice.
Order severance package.
I wasn't, firing you. I had a lot on my mind and I lost my temper. Sorry about that.
Oh my, dear gentlemen, this is where you belong. Idiots. After Alexis fell under control of the Society of Light, Jaden discovered that many more students were under the same spell. Alexis challenged Jaden to a duel. Jaden knew that the only way he could save his friend from the Society of Light was to defeat her. I have to duel her. It's the only way to set her free. I accept your challenge, so let's duel. Wait, who challenged her?
Smartest thing you've ever done, or maybe the dumbest.
Yeah, I'm not. Again, just all these early E-Hero decks are awful. Ooh, I had to blow my ears out. Ooh. Shard of Greed, activate. Throw down a face down, and get Charcoal Impachi out. I mean, Blazing Impachi out. Ugh. Snowman Eater. Oh, hell. It's a bit like Man-Eater Bug, except it has some defense. And only targets face-up monsters. Cold Enchanter. Oh, she's gonna be... This is a bit of an ice counter deck, I see. No. Uh-uh. Nope. set you and summon Flash Knight. Take out Cold Enchanter. Why do I get the feeling that might be another Snowman Eater? Shard of Greed. Not what I want. But I'll set. And set you, just in case it is another Snowman Eater. Flash Knight, let's take a look. Stop it. Nope, it's a Snow Dragon. Oh, a legendary ocean. That'll give these aqua monsters these water monsters a little extra power. And one level down. But it won't be enough power to match my Slate Warrior. Blazing Enpachi, go! Slate Warrior, take out the Eater. And now you take a look at the face down. Nope, another Snow Dragon. That'll be fine, I guess. Right then. Turn Endo. Uh-oh. Snowdust Dragon. Yep, remove those 4 counters. Mirror Force. Not doing nearly well enough, Alexis. Thought you were supposed to be a top blue girl. Slate Warrior, attack the face down with the help of Strike Slash. Oh, nuts. Yep, I was definitely smart to use that then. And end my turn. Snowman Creator. Nah. You're being stupid by doing that. So I'll let you do it. Now to use that spell counter to take out a legendary ocean. Blazing and Pachi, melt it down. Breaker, attack. Alexis, wake up! Hello? Anyone home?
Huh? Where am I? Wait, did we just duel? I beat you, right? Please tell me that I didn't lose. I can't take another loss from you.
You won, alright. You won because you're back to your old self.
Oh, damn it. That means I lost.
Whoa, the White Knight Dragon. Or as the sub would say, Blue Eyes White Knight Dragon. That I need to put in. V. I'm sorry, Slifer. As much as I love you, it's just so hard to get you out. I think that'll be it for today. I'm definitely gonna have to do a lot of pack opening to get some parts to start actually building different decks and maybe even evolve what I'm currently using. So for now, peace be with you, and may the forces of net decking douchebags be confused on the way to your home. Bye.